All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of Movie Talk. Sweet Jesus, this took forever because we were all so busy, but we're here. and before we get started with the blog, I wanted to go ahead and introduce what it's about in case you're new here. We discuss movie topics, what we like best about everything, as far as any movie that's out, brand new franchises. Like a few weeks ago, we did the Spider-Man universe, and then my very first survival episode, we did the Looney Tunes one, along with the Warner Brothers controversy. So today, we're gonna be discussing everything and anything Mel Brooks, especially now that we've had the announcement of Spaceballs 2. But we're gonna get into all that later. So. We're pretty psyched for that. But before we start, I wanted to go ahead and drop a shout out to Dubby since they're sponsoring the well, actually we're partnered with them now. So I'll have a code at the bottom of the description along with these guys' uh, links to their socials. Everything will be on there, but I'll post the code on the video as well once we're done with editing. But all right, for first of all, let's go
Yeah.
ahead. Start with ladies first. We'll start with Jay. I actually met her through Instagram, and we're gonna go ahead and let her tell us what she's all about. So go ahead, Jay.
Hey everybody, I'm Jay. My page is JJ Vintage on IG, and I collect a random assortment of things throughout my life. My father was in the military, so I got to collect some things that where he went out of the country. I got some imported stuff and just things I collected throughout my whole childhood that I wanted to showcase. It all started with my daughter. She loves hearing the stories of all the stuff that I collected, and she's the one who actually suggested that I open this page. She says, "Mom, you got to show your collection off to the world." And then it kind of grew within this last year. I actually started collecting more stuff onto the collection that I already have. So a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and stuff like that, a lot of 80s and 90s nostalgia, things that I didn't get to get when I was a kid that now I'm finding as an adult and just kind of healing that inner child of mine. And it's been a wild ride, and I'm excited, and I get to meet cool, creators like you guys and nostalgia collectors and movie buffs as well.
It's amazing how Instagram, even after COVID, everybody got so close with retro stuff and vintage stuff, and I mean that's like you said, that's where we all met each other, and it's amazing. I love it.
Mhm.
Do you happen to have a YouTube channel you wish to the viewers to follow, or just your Instagram?
Just my Instagram. I mean, I do have a YouTube, but it's there's only one video on it. It's me going to the zoo years ago, but I haven't put anything on it. So Instagram is fine.
Okay, cool. So, viewers, listeners, we'll have Jay's socials, not information, not like that. We'll have Jay's socials on the bottom of the video. So please give her a follow if you have an Instagram. I mean, she posts a lot of good stuff. Her reposts. I mean,
I
I've
appreciate
been
it.
following a lot of your the reposts that you've done on Instagram, and you follow some really good creators. So I've been following a few of them myself.
Yeah, some really cool people that I've connected with over my small little collection, and it's really neat, and it's a really cool community, really cool community to be a part of.
That's awesome. Well, it's great to have you on here with us tonight.
I appreciate it.
All right, and up next we got Snyder. I also met him on Instagram. Um, I
Yes,
haven't
sir.
known him as long as I've known Jay, but I mean the times that we've talked, it's our discussions about film and games, especially film. It's been amazing. So, Sean, go ahead and let us know what's up with you.
Thank you, brother. Yes, Sean Snyder here. Here in New York right now. It's a tad late on this end where I'm at, but it's Wednesday night and it was my Friday at work, so it's like, time to whip out the old party time hour and talk what I love: film, games, and a lot of retro culture, just vibes, and my catalog of just passion pieces, stem from. I mean, my father too. Like Jay pointed out, man,
Mhm.
it's that bond with pops that they show you a lot of longevity a lot of things that stick with you, not just, the standard parental guidance things, but moments, stories, like vernacular. It's a lot of things that were replicated that my pop and I saw in films when I was growing up, man. Like Karate Kid was a staple for, still is a staple for me. The Rockies. Um, I mean, we're here again for Mel Brooks's library, so I was gonna add that his legacy, man. I mean, my dad. If I didn't watch with him, I probably wouldn't even have a clue. Like, it's insane. Like, I just can stem and go on a bit, but I'll keep it brief. That I'm really about diving into what movies bring out of individuals. What joy? What can you learn from them? Is it just a time escape, or is it a distraction?
Mm-hmm.
Like I like to dive deep into that, and my YouTube channel that I have up with buddies of mine, Barebone Cinema. We ranged, excuse me, we did a range of skits, like phony commercials, parodies, and horror flicks, shorts that were radically inspired from the first Blair Witch Project, and we just kind of went with that and dived deep into that rabbit hole and built like really a whole franchise out of that. I mean, it did grow,
Mm-hmm.
but we're trying to figure out now going forward, where do we go next? Do we
Right.
stick with the slasher genre, or do we go venture supernatural? Like that's where we're at.
Yeah, well, that's the
So
great thing about being a YouTuber, being a creator on Instagram, whatever. You can do anything if your heart's desire, and if you can make it work, then let's do it. Just keep it going. So,
yeah, I'm a firm believer in that. Like the world's your oyster. I mean,
mhm.
and especially with a film canvas. I mean, it's just a matter of just doing it at this point. Robert Rodriguez, like that's my
Right,
my man inspiration right there.
There you
Like,
go. I love that. Well,
right, right. That's
Sean,
awesome.
aka Sean, aka Snyder's YouTube and his Instagram will also be on the description box below. So go ahead and give them a follow, give him a follow, give him a like, do what, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. But let's give these guys some support and some follows so that way they can we'd like to have them to give them more love out there. But yeah,
oh,
so yeah, what you gonna say, Snyder?
no, this is what I've waited for like many many years, man. So this is uh this is beautiful. Is what I was gonna say. So and
Yeah, I
just
mean,
keep
I
it at
remember
that.
we discussed this when we were planning this third episode that you were trying to find that kick in the pants to get you back on there, and I'm so happy that this is gonna help you get back in there because I've seen some of your older stuff on your YouTube channel because I got to do a little bit of viewing, and yeah, you
Oh,
definitely need to get
sweet.
back out there, bro.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So let's get to what we're really here for. Mel Brooks. I mean, the man.
Mm,
He's a legend. He's been in Hollywood. I guess you would call him the Godfather of parody films. I assume because I mean all the films that he's
Right.
done have been like nothing but parodies. But they're the amazing kind of parody. We haven't had a parody film in forever. I just went to go see The Naked Gun a couple days ago, and that kind of brought me back to those parody films.
oh,
Oh,
I'm so
okay, right
happy to hear
on.
that
Yeah, it was
because
Yeah, me
actually
man,
too.
it's really funny. I really did enjoy it. I actually have an experience that happened at the movies that night. I went to go see it. So I mean, we had a lot of people laughing in the theater, right? But we were sitting next
okay.
to a couple of people that I guess they just didn't find it funny, and literally they just walked out.
Oh
Oh
shoot.
man.
It was like three people, and they're like, "Dude, why'd you even show up to this movie if you weren't gonna like it?" They were. My wife was sitting next to them, and she heard them say, "Well, I don't get why it's so funny," and then they left.
Wow.
Man,
Yeah, so um, if you
what a
don't like these
buzzkill.
kind of films, then don't go watch them. I mean, what I've been telling people is that if you're not a fan of the original Naked Guns, you're not gonna like this movie. And it's the same
You
thing.
won't off the bat.
And it's the same thing with Mel Brooks. If you're not a fan of his type of humor, you're not gonna like it. But a lot of people are, because if it weren't, we wouldn't see so many classic movies under his belt. So with that being
Right.
said, I wanted to ask you guys, and whoever wants to go first, what was your
No,
first
ladies,
Mel
ladies
Brooks
first
movie?
is cool. Believe me, I dig that. That was chivalrous on your end, man. Let Jay has the wheel. So go
Perfect.
ahead.
All right, then Jay, let's go off with you first. What was your first Mel Brooks film? And was that your official introduction, or was it another film that did it?
I was thinking about this and I want to say Spaceballs, but I want to say I don't think it really was Spaceballs because my father was such a huge movie buff
Hmm.
growing up in the household that I want to say it was really History of the World is how I
Ooh,
got
good one.
introduced into it. Yeah, and I mean, I remember watching that a lot with my dad when it was on. And then eventually I got into Spaceballs because my father was also a huge Star Wars fan.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Spaceballs was always playing. Uh, so I really want to say Spaceballs, but I'm thinking back into it. I'm almost positive it was History of the World that really thrusted me into the Mel Brooks world.
It's insane that we had History of the World Part One, and it took up until how many years to finally get a Part Two.
Right, and there's some good
Insane,
skits
man.
in that
Insane.
one.
What did you think of Part Two?
I watched it when it came out. I honestly, I thought there was some skits that were a hit and miss. The ones that hit were hilarious, and I'm sorry I wouldn't be able to tell you right now
Mm-hmm.
which ones they were because it's been a while since I've seen it. But there were some really good ones in there, so I thought it was pretty good. So I'm excited for Spaceballs. Hopefully, the search for more money.
It needs to be called that.
So
It
I'm
really
I'm
needs to
Man,
be
excited.
called
man
that.
gave it to us in the original, like that wrote
Right.
itself. It's like you got to do it, man. What's his name? Josh Gad
Yeah, yeah,
has
just
to
Josh Gad. Yeah.
go through with that, man. Do not be afraid. Don't let the studio say boo about it. That's money literally gonna make you money right there if you keep it. People will flock to see that title
And then and
alone.
then
Right.
and then Jay, when you saw the first History of the World film, since you're saying that's the first one that got you more into Mel Brooks, what were your thoughts of it? Like, what did you at first think? What am I watching? Or at first you were already just laughing?
No, yeah, what am I watching? And I thought it was funny, but I didn't understand the humor at the time because I was young, but it's good to be the king, or
Hmm.
the whole thing with Caesar and having the philosopher come and tell jokes, or whatever, it's hilarious, now growing up and watching it again and over time, like, whoa, like, man, I was watching this, this kind of humor, especially like the smoke, and like at the end when they do the whole smoking scene, everybody gets high. I mean, I mean, off of all that stuff. I didn't get it then, but now, I mean, it's hilarious. It's hilarious,
Yeah,
and it's just daring. It's a daring piece of comedy too.
that's good. I'm happy that you were able to enjoy it on your first run, and it didn't scare you away from what was coming from this man, because
Right.
who would have thought that, jumping in from, I guess I'm gonna assume his first movie was Young Frankenstein, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So it started off with that one.
Well,
I believe it was. Let me look it up real quick. But either way, like we
yes,
we
I
start
believe
off
so
with
too.
with these older films, and then we work our way up towards the years, and it gets even better.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay,
man.
so Sean, with you, same question. What was your first Mel Brooks film? What did you think of it when you first saw it? Or once again, like let me rephrase that question. What was your first Mel Brooks
Sure,
movie, and was
sure.
that the introduction to Mel Brooks, or did you watch another film to get introduced?
I'm gonna go on a whim and say that my very first one, I thought, like, because I was thinking about this brewing in my head for a minute, I thought it was Young Frankenstein, but I want to say, going back to my dad, the films we watched and bonded together. I think it was Blazing Saddles.
Hmm.
I really want to like pinpoint it because I would see it and I just saw a lot of the regular players pop up that Mel would had a camaraderie with and a very tight working call with everyone that was in the movie and showed up. I'm just like, oh, wow. Like you're constantly like doing the thing that Leonardo DiCaprio, that meme
Yeah.
now from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm just like, oh my God, like what are they doing here? Like what? Like,
Mhm.
oh no, what are they gonna do? Da, da, da. And just the banter from the town in that. I mean, Gene Wilder. I could go on and on all day about his. Hey, he just. I look at him and I laugh like without him saying anything,
Hmm.
and it's like the chemistry he had with Cleavon Little, man. Like that dude was so natural and just walks in and just you feel like that man's cool. Like he's got something to him. And forget it. Once he opened his mouth, you were locked in on what he was doing, his purpose. Like you were with it. There's a lot of like movies that and westerns especially that came before and after that you get the main guy and just like, yeah, I don't know. Like I don't think this is gonna work. The way that the director, the writer pitched it. You know what I mean? And things happen. I get it. Uh, Real quick, go off the vantage point to Wild Wild West,
Hmm.
right?
Right.
Barry Sonnenfeld. I met the guy. Um, Very knowledgeable, very funny guy. Like gets it. He's a one man machine on a film set. But Wild Wild West was like a kind of a low point for that man and everyone involved because everything just kind of you threw it at the wall and it didn't stick. It just is a mess. It's mush. So I really feel that Mel Brooks did that rarely, if at all. And am I right on saying that, Jay?
Um, I mean, I was thinking about that too. And Blazing Saddles, I remember watching that one as well, but I vaguely kind of remember bits and pieces of it. So I don't want to
Sure.
make a comment and
Well, see, and that's what I was
be
gonna say, and
wrong.
why I thought Young Frankenstein was first, because for me that was my film. Young Frankenstein came out in '74. Blazing Saddles came out in '74, but that was before. His first film was in '54 with New Faces, but I never saw that one.
Right, yeah, I
Hmm.
never did
Wow.
either.
Yeah, so that's why I felt like
Um,
Young Frankenstein for me was my first film, because that's why I thought that was his first film, because that's the first film I was introduced to. I didn't get to watch
Okay.
Blazing Saddles the way y'all did.
Yeah, I mean, that was repeated repeated viewing for me. I mean, growing up, and
Hmm.
then I just, man, I would watch. It's like a really good movie that you love. Like you rewatch it
Hmm.
time on and play it to death, and you're like, man, I really get why this is genius, or it makes you feel like I said before, happy, and it hits you, and you're just like, I get it,
Right.
and that's mine. I mean, I'm young, not to again divert.
Hmm.
Young Frankenstein from did that for me as well, but it was I just want to say it was like a little more campier,
Right.
with the whole musical number and
oh,
some of the joke. I felt like they're great. Don't get me wrong. It's comedic gold, and it's the cinematography. I feel really strikes out. Like brings viewers like of that horror genre, that period, and it's just looks so sharp, like crisp when you watch it, and it really like pays craft. Um, Beautiful homage to that uh time period. I feel just,
I agree.
playing into my head.
Right.
And so that's a testament in its own right, and then everything that follows with it, the sporting cast, all like hit like home run after one after another. And it's like it's hard to find the the low point if there's any in that movie. I think it's just very not even very short, but it just flies by. And you're like, damn, it's over already? Like that's what
And I feel
kind
like
of
that's a lot of his movies, because if you're like I said earlier, if you're a fan of his films and you enjoy them, these films just fly by. You don't even feel time flying.
whiz by. Like, whoa, what happened? Crazy,
Yeah.
craziness.
So I mean, it's amazing how talented this guy is with when it comes to comedy. Like, I'm looking at his library over here, and I'm thinking to myself, what a time to be alive with a guy that has so many comedies under his belt, and he's very respected. When he first started off, he wasn't that respected, but he earned his way in there.
100%. Like,
Yeah. And
can't
then
can't. I don't think it can be replicated either. Honestly, I mean, he's just the man, the myth, the legend.
yeah, exactly. I feel like I hate to be morbid, but if we when the day comes where we don't have him in this world anymore, there will never be another Mel Brooks.
No, no
Yeah.
way.
Mm-mm.
Imitator, of course,
Hmm.
but man, I don't think anyone will grasp it.
Right.
Like he's done, like he's still doing. Like the man is sharp
Hmm.
for 98.
Hmm.
Like, woo. I hope to be like still with it if I even
Right.
get to that point.
I'm
Close. You
saying.
know what I mean?
I want to know
No
what
joke,
water
man.
he's drinking to be that alert at 99.
Hey, you know what? Maybe it's the liquid that they made Paul Rudd drink in Quantum Mania. That the critters made him drink. Because I was like, what are they doing with this? This is really weird. But I'll put the veil on. I'll buy it. He drinks it. Then they understand the language
Yeah.
after that, crossing
Or
that
or or
threshold.
maybe he has
Okay, got it.
real life liquid Schwartz and we don't even know it.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Any other things you guys want to add in this topic before we jump to the main meat of the conversation?
I mean, just it's all the other movies that, after Spaceballs, the Men in Tights, Dracula Dead and Loving It. I mean, those movies too are just, I mean, hilarious. And like you said, what a time to be alive, to be, with the Mel Brooks. It's pretty amazing. I mean, hilarious, and it's just there will never be another one like him.
Yeah, I agree with that one 100%. So I wanted to jump into the third topic, but this is something that Jay wanted to discuss personally. Um, the the little friendship slash relationship that Gene Wilder shared with Mel Brooks, because of course y'all know Gene Wilder isn't with us anymore. But
Right.
yeah, Jay, if you want to go ahead and start us off with this one, because I know this is something that you wanted to discuss.
I did, and just a little bit, because I'm actually a huge Gene Wilder fan too myself, and him working with Mel Brooks and their friendship. I mean, like I have so much I want to say, and like I told you, man, it's like so much to say
Say
about
it.
them. Like with uh, I'm sorry, give me a second here
Take your
because I
time.
did
Take
write
your
some
time.
stuff down that I did want to talk about, especially with like the producers,
Hmm.
Young Frankenstein, and then the Blazing Saddles that they worked on together was, magical. And I know that two of those films, which I didn't know, Blazing Saddles and the producers, Mel Brooks, he's like one of the top five directors, producers that had two movies in the top 5 within a box office year, within a movie. I mean, within that year,
Oh wow.
which is pretty amazing.
Hmm.
And he won the best screenplay Academy Award with Gene Wilder getting the best supporting actor award, and I believe that was in the producers as well.
Hmm.
They just had a magical friendship and a great comedic duo that just produced, I mean, awesome. I mean, the producers is hilarious. We're talking about a daring comedy that was made 20 years after World War II.
Yeah, no,
So,
to
wow,
this
you
day I
know?
will
No
never
joke.
understand how that film got away with so much back in that time period.
I know. So, yeah. And Gene Wilder being a part of that, I mean, the whole blanket scene, I mean, just it is amazing. And I know it really hurt him when Gene passed away, because to him, he said that it was angelic and he was supreme to work with. And that's also one of the things that, what a time to be alive during that friendship, and getting those movies
Hmm.
uh during his life was amazing. So it was just something that I just wanted to throw in there, that Young Frankenstein too, he co-wrote that with Mel Brooks, and it's probably one of the best comedies of our time too.
Okay, all right. Sean, do you have anything you want to add up with that relationship with Gene Wilder and Mel Brooks? Is one of that were in that topic?
I would love to. First and foremost, I just want to go off of. I'm glad I read in the itinerary that Jay did throw this out there. I was like, oh shoot, because I was just having the excuse me. I had the audio play on the ride to work this morning
Hmm.
because I wanted to, be a little bit more prepared, just not cram because it was just casual, like, you know, background noise. But it was I don't know if I told you, Jay, either. It was the point where Mel Brooks was going back and forth with Gene for Young Frankenstein. Am I getting warmer? You remember what I told you or shared with you?
I don't know. Are you talking about like today?
No. This might have been a couple days ago. All these
I'm
days, I'm
sorry.
sorry, blend in. Like when I'm working, when
Yeah,
I'm in
I
work
know. I'm all
mode,
like, what did you tell me? I'm sorry.
I'll let me let me rewind. Um, I think I shared it in a chat. But I'll recap. He's on Jimmy Fallon, Mel Brooks. Like this is a while
Oh
back now,
yeah.
but the clip is getting traffic, right? And he's talking about him and Gene, how they're crafting this script for Young Frankenstein. It's like they
Right. Yes.
Gene is like really heart set on this scene, and he gives it to Mel that, and I'll go and say it's the scene where the musical number with
Right. Yes. Putting on the
Peter
Ritz.
Boyle,
Yeah.
the monster with the monster, right? And it's
Yes.
just like this man, this guy, you could tell he really saw it was gonna work, right? To leave it at that, but really connect, right?
Hmm.
Just be thrown in there, and it's gonna be something. And I guess Mel just didn't have a glim of faith in it, to be
Yeah.
frank. But
He wasn't sure.
yeah, just know, like, nah, that they're not. No one's gonna get. He's gonna do a whole skipperoo, like I'm giving the vernacular with the villain of the movie. Are you crazy? That's what Gene verbatim. Are you crazy? He's telling and he's just like, no, it'll never. And they go back and forth. He said 20 minutes until he got like red and blue in the face.
Right. Yes.
And Mel gives in. He's like, all right, it's in. I think Gene was just like dumbfounded, like, what?
Yeah, and I actually wrote down that quote. He says, I wasn't sure if I was right or not. And if you didn't agree for it, I knew it would be wrong. But if you really argued for it, I knew it would be right. And that's amazing. And I'm glad he did.
I'm like, that's if that's not dedication to the craft,
Right.
man. And no other interference, like nobody else saying, "Oh, get that out of here!" Like you're ridiculous and not any other noise. Like no, these guys were the bond, the heart and soul and fuel of that piece. And man, you see it as an audience member, as a fan of that genre, like I mentioned, you see it clear as day that these guys are having a ball and they've got you hooked on what's going on. And if that's not success for a comedy, I mean
Right.
moving picture, man, I don't know what is,
I'm saying,
to be honest.
you could tell that these
Yeah.
two really like working with each other. Like, I mean, when you would see Gene Wilder in his films, you could tell he was having a blast being there. It's not like he was just there to
Right.
get a paycheck, you know?
Yeah, he wasn't just brought on by oh yeah, Mel gave me this part, like, oh, like I again heard on the YouTube loop, the shorts, that kind of I think Gene Hackman was kind of like roped in that way, but it doesn't come off as like a cash grab, or it's like you see who he plays, um it's like genuine. It's he doesn't phone the role in. Like I think that was rare for that man too. I mean, God rest him, and it's and his wife. It's like that dude was one of the best of lifetime. At least that
Right.
I can remember. I mean, it's like you didn't see that with any really of Mel's comrades. But as we mentioned, him and Gene it was different, and there was nothing weird about it. It was just like, man, these two worked, like they're bonded, and it's like it's it's special.
Right. Ah, man.
Mhm.
So that's amazing how you guys were able to, capture all that just by watching these movies, watching these clips. I mean, that's really cool, really, guys.
Thank you. No, I mean, I love
Yeah.
it, and
It's
uh,
awesome to witness a friendship like that, and to make some awesome work like that together. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, for real, for sure. And then I wanted to also, now that we're talking about, before we jump into, Spaceballs, since we're talking about Gene Wilder and the producers, I wanted to talk about the remake a little bit of the producers that came out in 2000, let me see, 2005, I believe it was. Yeah, 2005.
I
Um,
well,
I feel like that movie, honestly, if it was made in today's time, it wouldn't survive.
oh,
I feel
Yeah.
the movie and the original, they were made at the perfect time because if it was made now, yeah, that movie would have already been canceled before it even got written.
Right. Yes.
So, would you guys say that maybe the remake is a little better than the original, or do they kind of balance out?
oh, uh,
Whoever.
tough. That's
Yeah.
tough.
Well, yeah, it is tough. Because I'm I'm a huge Gene Wilder fan, so having him and the original producers, you know what I mean, is fantastic. But I also like the remake too. I think it's pretty good, with Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick. I think they
Yes.
did a great job too. Um, but of course, there's nothing better than the original. But I mean, I think they did good too.
Yeah,
It's a
and
good one. It's a good one.
I mean, they had a star-studded cast in that film in the 2005 version.
Right.
These are actors that we've all seen in other movies as we grew up. There, Uma Thurman, Will Ferrell,
Well,
which I could
Farrell,
not
yeah.
believe was in that film.
Ooh,
But yeah,
Mhm.
Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick. I mean, like you said, it's kind of hard to compare with the original two actors, with including Gene Wilder, because I believe
right.
Matthew Broderick played Gene Wilder's part, right?
Right.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yes.
Leo Bloom, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the
So
auditor. Yeah.
Matthew Broderick, I feel like he did capture it, but I feel like it was a little bit more over the top than Gene Wilder's. I felt like more like Gene Wilder's was more realistic than Matthew Broderick. I feel like Matthew Broderick went off like kind of like he was like crazy in the head.
Right.
But Nathan Lane killed it
Yeah.
with his part, and so did Will Ferrell. Like honestly, Will Ferrell was
Yeah.
they couldn't have picked a better actor for that part.
Yeah. I thought that was really good. It blew me away, actually. It was pretty funny. Mhm.
And there's this scene in that film that always to this day cracks me up, and I'll place the clip muted, of course, because of YouTube standards. When
Sure.
they're visiting the director of the that they wanted to get for Springtime for Hitler, and they
Oh,
go
right.
visit him for the first time, and the guy that answers, he goes, "Yes." I don't know what it is, but every time that part comes up, I crack up. He goes, "Can I take your coats, your
Oh
hats, and
man.
your swastikas?" Oh my god, that part! I mean, that scene alone kills me every time it comes on. But like, it's kind of hard for me to say that the remake isn't great because it is, and I went to the theater to watch it that one, and I cried from the beginning to the end. That's how funny it was.
Right on.
And of course, I didn't get to have that pleasure because, of course, the original producers came out way before I even was even born. So
Right.
I grew up with
Right.
2005's producers, and it's kind of like, that movie just destroyed me. And I believe that was the first film I saw of Mel Brooks in theaters. Because of course I didn't get to watch Spaceballs when it came out in theaters.
Oh man.
Yeah. So anything else you want to add on that in that department?
Not for
I'm
me. No. Yeah.
I'm just no, Jay, that was awesome. That whole bit about that. I'm just trying to remember. Oh man, I worked at a movie theater around the time that movie dropped.
Hmm.
Did Was Mel Brooks in this one as well? Like and
In
then
the producers?
the remake, yeah, the
So
producers remake.
he came out in the post-credit scene at the very end to tell everybody the movie was done. I learned that.
Oh,
Let me tell you guys right now. I learned about that scene when I saw the movie on Peacock when it was out last month. I don't know why I let it
Okay.
run throughout the whole credits, but I was like, what the heck? There's actually something after the credits,
I
and
had no
it's
idea.
yeah. So you watch the scene. It's everybody saying thank you for watching the film or whatever, and at the end, Mel Brooks says, thanks for watching the film and get out of here. It's over, or something like that. Yeah.
that's that's very clever
Hmm.
considering Matthew Broderick's in that, and
Hmm.
hello, Ferris,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bueller, like see what I mean? Like the man doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Like it's insane.
Such a great one, but the main one for all of us, I assume, is gonna be Spaceballs. Like that's the film that all of us, I know a lot of people love, including Star Wars fans. That's like the parody Star Wars film. And I wanted to mention Jay has a shirt on that's Spaceballs related. Can we check it out real quick? Look at that.
Speak with
May the Schwartz be
May the
with you.
Schwartz be with you.
So freaking awesome.
dynamite. Perfection.
It's
Like
amazing. So with that being said, let's talk about Spaceballs now. So once again, Jay, you want to start us off?
Yeah, well, I'd send in some pictures that I know that you'll show. Uh, Down here, an Alamo Draft House had a Spaceballs movie party, so I actually got to see it on the big screen with my daughter, and it was just so cool because they gave us combs that said "We ain't found," and they also have. They gave us like these rings, different color rings, either red or green, whatever you got, and that was our Schwartz. and I thought that was so cool. I didn't get to keep that, but I kept the comb.
Oh,
So I thought that was pretty cool to see it on the big screen. And then they also had an event down here last November with a Retro City 210. They did a Spaceballs theme, kind of like a con, where they had Michael Winslow come down. And I didn't get to catch him. I
ah,
did go, yeah, I know, I missed him. Actually, I left and then he wound up showing up like 2 hours later. But the vendor, Nightmares and More, that I got all the cool stickers and stuff from,
Oh man.
he actually went live on IG right next to Mike Winslow, so I got to see him perform. I just wasn't there.
Right.
So I am absolutely stoked when they announced Spaceballs 2. And my first thought, honestly, was it better be called The Search for More Money. That was my first thought before I even saw like the trailer.
out the gate. It's got to be that.
It's got to be called that. And you know what's, and in case the follower or the listeners and the viewers don't know, we had announced that we were going to do a Mel Brooks episode, and not even a week later they announced Spaceballs 2. So the timing was perfect.
Yes, it was absolutely stunning.
So with that being
Yes.
said, let's talk about some of the stuff that got y'all excited about Spaceballs. Like what made that movie Mel Brooks' iconic film? Anybody can start off first.
Well, for me, the original Spaceballs, I mean, just everything, man, everything from beginning to end. I mean, it's just so awesome. I mean, I mean, I know this is gonna sound funny, but I always had a thing for Pizza the Hut. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, that is awesome. Like this dude is sitting right there. He's a whole Pizza the Hut, man. I mean, I just thought that was so cool. There's just so many. Oh man, I mean, I just so many things. So my mind is going everywhere, especially what they're going to be doing with the next one and how they're going to do it with the characters. And I'm really, really excited about Mick Moranis coming back
Oh man,
for
the
this.
fact that he's coming out of retirement, that's like the staple right there.
Absolutely. And I know they tried to pull him for like Ghostbusters and he wouldn't do it. So him coming for this, I mean, I really have high expectations for this.
100%.
That not for nothing. I'm sorry to interject real quick.
Yeah, yeah,
I
go
was gonna
ahead.
go off the Rick Moranis quote, like with man, right? I know Ghostbusters is very iconic for him. Um, but like Jay mentioned, the guy didn't want to come back. I right? Is that what happened?
Yeah, he didn't want to
Right.
come out of retirement, from what I understood.
Right. No, no. I mean, who knows the real story? What what they share with us? It's like not available, or he wasn't interested.
I
Whatever the
think
case may be.
I think he wasn't
He
interested in the Feige version, the female Ghostbusters, because they wanted to get him for that one, and he said no, I don't want
Um,
to do that one. But I think when they did Afterlife, he, from what I read, Rick Moranis, he has to read the script for films that they want him to, and if he doesn't want to do it, then he won't do it.
right.
But
Okay.
for Spaceballs, I had read that he didn't have to read the script. He just said, "I'm going to do it."
that's
Oh snap!
awesome.
Hmm.
See, that's the kind of pull I think. No, I'm sorry. I was gonna go with something with Bill Murray and another Ghostbuster,
Hmm.
but I think with him, like you have to. I heard. Oh, from James Rolfe, who I mentioned earlier. You have to call like Bill Murray's agent.
Hmm.
Like you have to get a hold and then like brief the script, the idea, the whole shebang to that person, and for Bill to even get on the phone with you, like to contemplate. You know what I mean? I think the only person he doesn't do that for is Wes Anderson.
Oh.
I'm kind of going on a tangent here, but it's gonna come full circle. I promise. Um, with Rick Moranis, it's like it goes to me for Honey I Shrunk the Kids, and Matt Fewer, the neighbor, the quote that kills me real quick. He's like, "Zelensky, give it a rest. It's Saturday." like, like what's wrong with this guy? Is he mental? Like, leave him alone. The guy's bright. He's a recluse. He's introverted. He makes makes gadgets and stuff like that. Like, come on, dude. Like, really, you have to be obnoxious. Like, but I guess that was the character. I have you, but man, I don't know if it's my turn to go into
No, go
Spaceballs,
for it. Go
but
for it. Go for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just love Rick as Dark Helmet, man,
Mhm.
and oof, to even fathom that he, oh, is he gonna come back? Are they gonna do like a hologram thing? Are they going to do AI like they do for or for what they did for Paul Walker and Furious 7 with the brother? Are they going to do lookalikes like some movie magic theatrics to really make it seem like he's there, whatever have you, right? No, he's going to be front and center in the film, and I'm like, that's incredible because we, fans of him, his Mel's, the entourage have wanted this man back for years,
Yes.
and it's like that's an understatement, I think, to say the least. But it's like, man, Ghostbusters, you missed out because of whatever reason. Little Giants, like that has potential to grow into a sequel now. I mean, Al Bundy's still with us.
Yeah.
You're right.
Like
Yeah. Mhm.
all those, think of it, those kids like could be, following the footsteps of them. They show up in a scene or two.
Hmm.
Legacy sequels like
Yeah.
can work.
Yeah, 'cause
You know, as we
they were trying to do Honey I Shrunk the Kids, another one with Josh Gad, and they were gonna get
oh
Rick
yeah,
Moranis too, but of course it got shelved. But I know what you're saying, huh?
with with the I read that too with the pandemic.
Yeah.
It got on hold.
Hmm. Yes.
And what is it? Shrunk. It's a simple title, I
Yeah.
think,
It
right?
just was just called Shrunk. Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
I mean, listen, I think any but like-minded, people in our thing here, like and beyond, would be cool with that as long as he was involved. I think well, Josh Gad was going to be Nick, but man, I wanted the original actor maybe to have some sort appearance or mention, but I guess that's out the window. Maybe he's not acting anymore.
Right.
Again, these things happen.
Hmm.
But the sister, maybe the older brother,
Hmm.
maybe have him, do like a phone call thing or a Zoom chat, whatever. You know, just throwing gems out there for these cats,
Yeah.
because in regards to Spaceballs, you're gonna bring the whole, nearly the whole entourage,
Yeah.
as I said.
Everybody signed up. Everybody signed up. Of course, John Candy, he's no longer with us as well.
I mean,
But
yeah,
everybody's in
that's
it. Everybody's coming back, and that's what I love. It's like they're all on board, and they're doing it for Mel. I mean, let's put it out there. They're doing it for Mel.
Right.
Yeah, and I cannot see anybody else playing the part of Dark Helmet if it's not Rick Moranis. Like
no
that's his
sir,
role.
Right.
So I'm happy that he's
100%.
coming back for this one because like we need him to come back for this one. But I also wanted to talk about the how the comedy actually works in this film too. Like there's some simple jokes in there. Like for example, whenever they're doing the hyperspace scene, and then they stop, and then Rick Moranis flies to the to the. I mean, it's a simple joke, but it works.
Right. Yeah.
I just
Ludicrous
saw that
speed.
clip too.
Ludicrous speed, exactly. And then they bring it back later when they bring back the tape to see where the heroes are, and then you see them flying again in fast speed.
Don't
So
ever show that again.
yeah. So
Yeah.
is
Oh, hilarious.
what did y'all think about that? Like the way the comedy's written in that film.
I quote it often. What happening now is now.
Hmm.
I love it. I love it. I mean, there's so many things. Also, one of the most famous ones is "We Ain't Found." That's probably one of the other one. "Comb in
Yeah.
the Desert."
Hmm.
There's just so many cool stuff. And I also as a kid too, watching it, I wanted that Spaceballs merchandise, man. I wanted all that cool stuff. I wanted a little yogurt doll, man. I've always wanted a yogurt
I wanted
doll,
that
man. So
Spaceballs the flamethrower.
yeah, right, yeah.
The kids love it.
I mean, I always thought that was awesome, you know. So doing this little con and finding the things that I did, I thought it was awesome, especially the Mr. Coffee. I thought that was so cool.
Oh,
The
that
Mr.
is so
Coffee deal
cool.
was really neat. But and that's actually a magnet, but I've always wanted stuff like that. So hopefully, you know, maybe they'll do some actual Spaceballs merchandise. That'd be
Yeah.
neat.
But y'all know the reason why there wasn't any Spaceballs merch, right?
I do. I do.
Go ahead and let us know.
I don't know.
No, I'm not aware. Please.
Go ahead and let us know, Jay.
It was with George Lucas. He told, you know, Mel Brooks, yeah, you can go ahead and do it, but you just can't sell any merchandise from the movie. You can do the parody,
Oh,
but you just can't sell any merchandise from it. From what I understood. Yeah. But it's really neat because I don't know if you guys know, but the Millennium Falcon is in Spaceballs.
Yes, it is. I saw. I remember seeing that a video on YouTube where they showed the little Easter eggs, and I remember they did say
Yeah.
that. Mm-hmm.
Every time I see it, I was like, look, guys, look right there. You know, I always tell my kids, look, the Millennium Falcon. So yeah, it's pretty neat. So that's kind of like that little homage that he did.
I mean,
You know,
even when it starts with the wall with a letter crawl, and then they show the giant spaceball ship, and it runs for like 2-3 minutes. It's all similar to Star Wars, and it's perfect. You know, like it's so simple, but it's perfect. I just love it.
it's really a love letter, man, to George and all that ideology, and really just that encapsulates it almost like seamlessly. And I'm really glad he did allow it, but it's like, don't be a buzzkill for the merch, man. Like, Star Wars, look at it. It's still kicking ass, taking names, I guess you could say, right?
Yeah.
Like there's some duds, there's some controversial stuff as of late. But man,
Right.
you tell any self-respecting movie lover or individual in the industry, come on, they're gonna put Empire on that list by bar none, man. Like, let's
Exactly.
be real.
Right.
Yeah, there's never going to be something that's gonna top Star Wars. So whenever I read that George Lucas said, I mean, I get it. He doesn't want the back then it was still kind of new Star Wars, I guess, whatever. So I can see why, but I mean, bro, don't do that.
Right, yeah. We could have had man, as kids, we could have grown up with so much, cool Star Wars merchandise if it was allowed.
Yeah, imagine
I would
if you
have had a big collection, trust me.
imagine if you had the yogurt doll or the Schwartz ring. I mean, dude, even the little RV, it's the ship. I would
Yes.
Right, yeah.
But
I
it
want
was
to tell you
so,
guys
like-
a quick story real quick, actually, about the
Oh, yeah.
Schwartz, if I may.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, our geometry teacher, his name was Mr. Schwartz, and I thought that was the coolest thing. And so on his test, he actually drew the Schwartz ring. So we had a power of the Schwartz. So if there was a problem we can use the power of the Schwartz for that problem and get it automatically right. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
I would
I
have
will
loved
never
to have
forget
had
that
that guy
teacher.
as a teacher.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. So it was something I wanted to share with you guys. I thought it was pretty neat.
That's an awesome story.
That's another imprint, man, that you see as a youngin', and you're like, man, I'm gonna live with that forever. Like, that's so wild. And it's just like, you share it with as many people, like, over a time frame, and just like, you keep getting that smile, that glow, that light. It's like, can't beat that.
And what I
Yeah,
also love is when you
absolutely.
watch the movie. I mean, of course, we've seen it 100 times, but when you watch it with someone that has never seen it for the first time, and they actually enjoy it, I mean, I plan on doing that with my wife soon. She's never seen it, so I want her to watch it with me. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be what a treat, man! Wow,
Yes.
to watch it for the first time. That's
mean,
gonna be
just-
amazing. You got to control yourself, man. I don't know if I could do that. I'd be like,
No, 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 no. I'm gonna have to keep my mouth like shut, or I might have to let her watch it by
Right,
herself.
Yeah,
right.
give her the living room and make her comfy and be like, let me know once it's all said and done, and I'll be
Yeah.
in the room. Enjoy.
Uh, yeah, she's gonna love it.
I can't wait for her to actually enjoy it. And once again, I want to get her into all these other Mel Brooks movies as well, like Producers, Young Frankenstein, the movies that I enjoyed watching. Um, maybe hopefully, but we're gonna start with Spaceballs because that was my Mel Brooks film growing up. Um,
Nice.
and anything else you guys want to add with Spaceballs?
I did want to add something real quick because there is a page that I follow. It's called Retro Custom Art, and the guy that's his name is Andrew, and he makes custom Spaceball figures and stuff, and it's really neat. And he had a conversation about like, are they gonna do? You think they're gonna have like a baby yogurt and stuff, and what his name should be, and all that's like baby yogurt. Oh my God, it's gonna be incredible. And then he had mentioned, should it be Gogurt? And I was like, oh my God, that'd be freaking hilarious if it was Gogurt. So, I mean, I'm hoping, they do some really cool stuff, with the names and the new characters, especially if Lone Star is going to have, a son, what his
Right.
name's going to be. I
Yeah.
seen Starburst, but or Starbust. I don't know if that's, real or something that somebody put out there or not, but I'm super excited for this next one to come up. I just
And that's what I wanted to jump into for our very last topic, our expectations for Spaceballs 2. I mean, we saw the teaser. I mean, that was that teaser was hilarious. Like they literally threw everybody under the bus, and I loved it. I was in for it. And then, of course, at the very end, they showed Dark Helmet, and what could be one of the best things I've ever seen with that character. That character, they made the character look badass. Like
yes,
he looks super cool in that
Like
final segment. So
fierce. Like you don't want to mess with them.
that's what he looks
Crazy.
like. Like he doesn't look like a clown like he does in the first movie.
Oh man.
He actually looks like he's gonna be a danger, like really bad. But we all know it's not gonna happen. Though we know he's gonna be hilarious. But
Right.
what are your expectations for Spaceballs 2? We'll start with you, Snyder.
I'm I'm super stoked, man, because it's like we've yearned for these kind of films to make a resurgence. I feel like multitudes of fans like have been just like not even secretly, but just putting it out there, like underlying, like man, where are these comedies? Like where is this golden material where people weren't afraid to just go with jokes, like not feel hindered or like worry about you know making you laugh and having a good time. Like where's the harmless fun in motion pictures anymore? And I even again, not to get off topic, but saw a guy that interviewed Quentin Tarantino recently,
Right.
and he was talking about like there's a lot of whack, not to be slang or anything, but
Mhm.
uh crude, but there's like a lot of whack movies right now. Like it's been dud after dud after dud, minus the blockbusters that appeal to everybody, and so to speak. But there really hasn't been like a banger of a flick, like for the I guess the core uh servitude of fans here. You know what I mean? Like an adult comedy that really clicks, like Wedding Crashers did,
Right.
2005.
Hmm.
Step Brothers, that connected what with multitude of people in 2008, 9,
Yeah.
maybe
That movie still
10.
cracks me up.
oh yeah, it's hilarious. Yep.
Like just on that level, like not to veer off, but it's like he was just saying that we need and Joe Rogan has mentioned this too. That's my go-to quote unquote buddy as well, because he got me out of a really bad funk not too long ago. I was on his experience, and man, he just like has a way with words where he like puts it out what you're brewing in your gray matter, and he says if people just went with what they're crafting and what they really know is right in their heart and their mind, and it fits, it makes sense. Just go, let it out, and someone is gonna go with you and follow you, and it's gonna flow, man. You know, like don't be afraid. You know, and a movie that the Spaceballs on this magnitude, it needs to it needs to come back, and it will. I feel it will come back because the right people are involved. Everybody's on board. It's been plenty of time. I mean, that's without question. There's
Right.
a wealth of uh, material to
Oh
really
yeah.
iron out,
Oh yeah.
and you know the shoe will fit. I feel once it does come push to shove a release date. I have no real worry about it. I'm just like super happy that it got announced the way it did. That is not a April Fool's joke. That it's
Right.
not a fan made thing. Mel was there, like no BS, and it's like we told you, we showed you. Here we go. Like fulfilled the promise,
Right.
and that's incredible.
Beautiful. That was awesome. Thank you for that,
Thank you.
Sean.
Sure, my pleasure.
Jake?
Um, Gosh, I don't know what to say because my mind is everywhere. Like, he said there's so much material and it was like 38 years.
Hmm.
Um, Gosh, I mean, it can go anywhere, and I know it's going to go to the right place, and it's going to be hilarious, and it's going to be, it's going to be pretty amazing. Especially, with Josh Gad working with Mel Brooks. You have a younger, fresh mind, coming up with some stuff and working with him. I'm excited to see what they're going to do together. And I'm also curious about what they're going to do with Barf, if they're going to actually have that character, if they're going to have like maybe even a child, or I don't even know, or something like that, or even Josh playing the character of Barf or something like that. I mean, I don't know, but I'm just excited for it to come out already, man. I'm like, I can't wait, man. 2027. Oh.
Ooh,
I hope it's
yeah,
not at the end of 2027 either, man.
I forgot about that. It's like feels like a long time away. I'm like, why?
I know.
God.
So
That excites me that it's gonna that we have to wait a little. I mean, it sucks that we have to wait so long, but it also excites me because it gives the filmmakers enough time to work
right,
on it. But it also scares me because it's like, I mean, Mel Brooks isn't so young anymore. I mean, why are we waiting so
right,
long?
yes,
So
Uh,
I'm
exactly.
that's
I'm
that's the thing. But
I'm hoping and praying that he can last up until then, because I mean,
Absolutely.
I get
I
worried,
think
but
I think he's done some stuff already for it, if I'm not mistaken. Like I read that somewhere that
okay.
they got him already like working on some material, or maybe some yogurt stuff
Hmm.
possibly. I'm not, I don't like to go into spoilers or whatever. It's just things I pick up in my routines here. But
You're
hey,
right. Yeah.
capitalize on the time because life is precious, man. We all know this. It's like you talk to anybody anymore, it's like nothing is guaranteed, I mean, except for a couple handful of things maybe. But you're like when they announce something as, how do I say this, monumental as this, like that every generation can at least like pinpoint and kind of recollect on.
Yeah.
It's like it's a big deal,
Yeah.
and it's gonna count. And it's like the studios, everybody that's not really intertwined in the creative side of it and connected, I think will see the light and let the right people, just do their thing,
Right.
if that makes sense.
And that's the thing with Spaceballs is out of all his films, this is the one that the majority of moviegoers know the most. So, like you said, this is a monumental film. This is an iconic film. So, they have to take really good care of it in order for it to please everyone. And you're talking about pleasing everyone, including
Right.
Spaceballs fans, Star Wars fans, and comedy fans, and fans of Mel Brooks. So
Right. Yes.
they have a really big job to do, and it's gonna be hard for them because a lot of people are always fans of the originals and they always fear a sequel. That's always been the curse. We have that rare movie where the sequel is better, like Terminator 2 and Empire Strikes Back. For me, Back to the Future 2 is better than Part 1. That's so much action.
My man.
So
Wow.
yeah, so I mean, that's a topic for another day. But
Okay.
that's
Sure.
something that I've
Sure.
been that I've always thought about. Is like, Spaceballs is like, you got to take really good care of this one because this is the one that everybody's been waiting for, and a lot of
Pinnacle.
people
Like
grew up.
you can't. Yeah, you can't rush this one. You
Yeah.
know, Josh.
Absolutely.
Like speaking, calling you direct here for a minute, brother. Like let it let it cook, man. Because I'm not gonna rush you. Jay's not gonna rush you. No one here is gonna rush you. Period. So
Yeah. Go with the flow.
Go with the
Go with the
flow.
flow, my man. Yeah.
that's it.
If you're listening to us, please just take care of it. Take your time. I don't mind waiting until 2027. Oh man, guys. Well, closing remarks. Anything you guys would like to say before we end the video? Jay, let's start off with you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And, Mel Brooks and his movies, it does mean something to me. It does hold sentimental value to me. The memories I have, growing up with my dad as well and family, like my daughter, going to the movies with her and watching Spaceballs, it's like my son says that, Mom, that's your legacy right there. All the stuff that I have and I share with them, it's the legacy. And so Spaceballs is a part of that, and Mel Brooks is a part of that. And you know, I'm just excited. I'm excited, and I can't wait to see what's going to come up with this.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we already like we discussed earlier. We have a good library of films. All of them are hilarious. It's hard to pick a favorite, but um, he, if Mel Brooks were to ever leave us one day, at least he left us a legacy of films. He left us a bunch of memories. We all grew up with his films. Um, I'm excited. Sean?
Yeah, I mean, just on that note, it's like he's really left a wonderful mark. I mean, you can't take anything away from the man. I mean, we've lost some of his how do I say this? We've lost some of the key players. I mean, like Gene.
Yeah.
I think did Madeline Kahn pass?
I don't know. But John
Anybody?
Candy is another
Anybody?
one.
Again, not to veer off, but it's like the key players that were showing up in these pictures over the years. I think Marty Feldman I think has passed, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Igor, no.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yes.
Just a lot of the key players like uh, they're not forgotten. They probably won't ever be forgotten, and that's really a big thing with anyone in the industry that you kind of grow attached to, from a young chapter in your life. Like you just really cherish and you learn to kind of connect with these, individuals on a different plane level almost. And it's like when you share it with, you know, any group really, that just it's universal. It's almost like music where you can connect and click with, you know, like-minded and different-minded individuals about it and just have that fellowship and really you can really go, you know, really the depths of the world with that on, any genre as long as it's memorable, really. And I think he's done that every piece that he put out, and I have no doubt in my mind that they're gonna really click with this sequel. You know, and I like we said, I hope they go forth with it. Hey, pull no punches. Baseballs 2, the search for more money. Let it
Yeah.
let it be. Like
I think after this one we won't see a Spaceballs 3. I hope we do, but I don't think we will. But
To complete the
never know.
trilogy, that'd be
I, we
amazing. Yeah.
I would love a trilogy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I would really love a trilogy, but I don't think it'll happen. But I mean, I'm suffice enough with part two. So, you know, the fact that he's giving us the fans Spaceballs 2. We've been like asking for it for years, ever since it was teased in air quotes in the first movie.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just, I mean, the fact that he's doing this for us, the fans, is, I mean, Mel Brooks, if you're hearing this, if you happen to run into this video, it's on all the videos in the world. If you haven't run into this one, we just want to say thank you. Like, seriously, thank you for giving us Spaceballs 2 and giving us a legacy of comedy films. I mean, there's nothing more we can ask for than the fact that you're giving us something that we've asked for years. So, if you're hearing it, thank you.
Yeah,
No
right
doubt.
on. Absolutely.
All
It's
right,
a it's
homies. I appreciate it. I really enjoyed having you guys on this one. I didn't think we were gonna go as long as we did, but sweet Jesus, we did. It was a lot of fun. I really would love to have you guys on a future episode. So we'll discuss another one in the future.
Awesome.
Yeah. So once
Sounds
Bangarang.
again,
good.
this was Jay. This was Sean, aka Snyder. All their socials are gonna be in the description box below. Please give them a follow. They deserve it. They got so much content. Sean has a YouTube channel. I cannot wait for the revival. So we're excited for that.
Thank you so much, brother. I really needed this to get out of the routine, the not even 9 to 5 anymore. It's
Mm-hmm.
12-hour days. It's kooky environment, kooky people.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm just relieved and embracing my clique here.
There you go.
So
I love it. I
Awesome. Right
love the
on.
positivity. All right, y'all. You guys have a great night. Thanks again for everything. Once again, socials are in the description box. The W promotion thing will also be in the bottom. So if you want to go ahead and buy something there, you can use my code. It's whatever. I'm not gonna push it. And we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot.